when hash table is organized and it is working, and we know that it is a linear data structure, and then some difficulties arise, that is the primary clustering and secondary clustering. When it is arise, when so many data wants to go at the specific point, specific location, specific destination, then the primary cluster is happened, or primary cluster is required, primary cluster is formed. On the other hand, when data wants to go here and there, that is no definite direct location, but here and there, so many data, some data, that is two data is going to a specific number point A, some data going to B, some data going to C. So data destination is different than it is secondary clustering. That is, two types of clustering is formed. It is not a good thing, it is a bad thing. It determines, it makes slowness of the hash function. So to avoid this function, that is primary clustering and secondary clustering, the resolution is required. There is chaining process is required, and another is, that is the linear proving is the solution of this clustering process. But rehashing is another types of material, another types of matter, that it wants to enhance the capacity of the hash table. It is not related to any cluster process. That is, clustering is different from the rehashing. So rehashing wants to enhance the capacity of the hash table, and it wants to organize total setup will be changed hash table. That is, the number of array will be double, number of the index will be changed, and another point is, that is, the pointer will be changed, reference value will be changed. So rehashing is a process to organize the hash table different way, that is the separate way. Though a clustering process is different. So two process, clustering, that is primary clustering, and secondary clustering, also a solution of the hash table, and also not only hash table but another types of the clustering process is required. But rehashing also a process to enhance the capacity of the hash table. Rehashing is a process to totally hash table will be changed. But clustering is not a process to change the hash table. It wants to change the system, that is the way of where the data is going to accept the destination. These types of the clustering, that is primary clustering and secondary clustering, is going to smooth the way of the data to go at the destination. So primary clustering, secondary clustering works on the way of the cluster, and rehashing is an essential part to change the capacity of the hash table.